Hello, and welcome to episode 21 of the Nourish and Strengthen podcast. I am so happy to have you here. Thank you guys so much, really, from the bottom of my heart, for joining me here each and every week. Today, I have a quick little episode for you, and it has something to do with a topic that will seriously make reaching your fitness goals so much easier. And that is pre-tracking your food. Okay, pre-tracking your food. But more specifically, I'm going to walk you through exactly how to pre-track your food and 5 specific questions to ask yourself to help with this process. Okay, that's what we're going to be talking about today. But first, drum roll, please. Let's talk about me, okay? My last 7 days. So life has been great, you guys. I don't really have a lot of complaints, but I do want to share something with you guys that might resonate, might help you with things that you're going through. So lately, like the past week or two, I've been feeling a bit more anxiety and just kind of worry about silly little things that I know don't matter in the grand scheme of life or of my business. They're just worries to me, right? And so I've done a lot of work on myself and, a lot of reflection, and something that really helps me is meditation. And so I used to have a really good gratitude and meditation practice, and I really fell out of the habit over the summer. And so I've been working on, working it back into my routine and making it in a place where it's going to be super easy for me to not skip out on. Okay. So let me talk about both of these things, and maybe you can implement them into your life if you have, some anxiety, some worry, some just kind of, like a busy mind. Maybe this will help you. So first is that gratitude practice. So I used to do it one way, and I'll walk you through that first. I do it in a note in my phone. It's super easy. I used to just list out every single day. Well, this is the way I used to do it. I listed out 5 things I'm grateful for every single day. Gratitude is huge, you guys. When you see more positives, more of those things will come into your life. I promise you, okay? I've kind of switched that recently into listing 3 things each day, but also elaborating a bit on why I'm grateful for them. Okay, so it might be, I'm grateful for it's raining today. I'm grateful for the rain today because of the fresh smell in the air and how it makes it feel so cool and crisp and wakes you up when you go outside. Just kind of elaborating a little bit on each of those things. But the simple thing is, you guys, it's a note in your phone. It doesn't have to be some fancy journal. You don't have to be in a certain place in your house to do it. It's super, super easy. Okay. So as far as the meditating, a couple ways you can do this. You can use an app. I've done that before, but lately what I've been doing is just sitting in my chair, even just before I start work, or if I need to kind of, decompress, and taking 5 to 10 minutes. And I start with some box breathing. Okay. So that is where there's a couple different ways you can do it. It's basically an inhale of 4 to 6 counts or whatever. Then you hold the inhale for the same amount of time, 4 to 6 counts. Then you exhale slowly, 4 to 6 counts, and hold that exhale. So you see how it is? It's like a box, like you inhale or hold it, exhale, hold it. Okay. So I start with about a minute of that box breathing. Okay. And then I ask myself a couple mindfulness questions. So number 1 is, what do I hear? What do I hear right now? Another one is, what do I feel? Okay. What do I feel on my body? Do I feel the chair? Do I feel a cool breeze? Do I feel a table under my elbows? What do I feel? And then how do I feel? Okay, how do I feel inside my mind, whether it's your digestion, your joints, whatever, what do you feel in your body, and how do you feel? Okay. And then you just sit in that silence and focus on feeling the breath. Okay. A couple ways you can do this. I like to feel the breath on the outside of my nose, just feel that breath go in and out. Do it that way, or you can pay attention to your lungs expanding. There's a few different ways you can do it, but just focusing on that breath for 5 to 10 minutes. It's so simple, but it really, really helps. You guys, learning to clear your mind of thoughts can help so much when it comes to worry, anxiety, stress, that kind of thing. And granted, no one's perfect at this. The goal is not necessarily to have no thoughts during that time. The goal is to notice your thoughts and realize that they're just thoughts, and they don't have to dictate what you do, how you feel, that kind of thing. Okay. So let's move on to our topic for the day. We're going to break down exactly how to plan your food in advance. Okay. That might seem like a silly topic, but it's not. And I'm going to tell you why. So it's really, really simple. I'm going to spell it out for you exactly how to do this. But first, let me stress how important this is. You guys, if you're going to be tracking your macros, okay, we're talking about pre-tracking here. If you're going to be tracking, you might as well do the best you can, right? Why invest the time if you're not going to really do it full out? Like why spend the time in getting acquainted in your tracking app and tracking half the day and tracking here and there if you're not going to just do it, you know? So if you feel like you're kind of halfway tracking, I encourage you to go all in, at least for a short period of time, and see how much better your results can be by doing that, okay? This pre-planning step is crucial for your success, okay? Even experienced trackers are not going to hit their targets spot on all the time. But this simple 5 to 15 minute step and these questions I'm going to teach you will change that. And they're going to allow you to hit your macros on spot on every single day, which is going to allow you to see better results, right? Are you with me? Are you bought in? Do you see why you need to do this? Okay. So what you're going to do, you're going to get out your app. Okay. You can do this while you're laying in bed, while you're in the bath, while you're pooping, whenever. I don't care what you're doing. It doesn't take very long. You're basically going to pre-track tomorrow's food. Okay. So in order to do that, I want you to ask yourself these 5 questions. Okay. Number 1, how many times per day do you like to eat? You probably know this. Most people do the same, like do a, kind of have a consistent meal timing schedule. Okay. So maybe you like to eat something before you go to the gym, after you go to the gym, then a lunch and a snack and a dinner, before gym, after gym, lunch. That's 5 meals. I had to run through that back in my head. 5 meals. Okay. Maybe you like 4 meals. Okay. Maybe you prefer 3, maybe you prefer 6, whatever it is. How many times a day do you like to eat? That's the first question. Okay. The second is what times of the day do you like to eat? Again, that kind of goes along with the one before. Do you prefer to intermittent fast a little in the morning and have a later breakfast? Do you prefer to eat right when you wake up? What do you prefer? And kind of dial in those meal times. That consistency is going to help you so much when it comes to, really nailing in the consistency of tracking and seeing better results. All right. Number 3 is, what food do I have on hand for tomorrow? Remember, we're pre-tracking tomorrow's food. So do you have leftovers or meal prepped foods that need to be eaten for lunch? Do you have a dinner that you bought the groceries for that you're planning on making tomorrow? I would plug those things in first, okay? So we had the meal prepping, episode 2 weeks ago, right? And then last week we talked to Rachel about saving money on your groceries. So this kind of goes right in line with that. If you have some groceries, you had a plan to make a certain meal tomorrow night for dinner, plug that in first and let's work around that. Okay, so you're gonna plug that in. Let's say you have some meal prepped stuff for lunch. Maybe you have some rice, some ground beef, some avocado, whatever it is. Plan that in next, because we don't want food waste, right? Remember what Rachel said last week? If you haven't listened to that one, go listen to that episode 20. Then you plan those things in first, okay? Next question is, what is my schedule tomorrow? Okay, are you going out to lunch with some friends? Do you have a bunch of appointments? Look at your calendar and see, oh, I'm actually not going to be home at lunchtime, so I need to grab something that's more, or have something that's more grab and go to bring with me. Maybe it's a protein bar, maybe it's some fruit and some nuts, whatever that looks like, whatever you have on hand that you want to bring with you. So if you're gone more, you want to plan more grab and go things, because the last thing you want to do if you're out of the house a lot during the day is plan something more elaborate that you have to actually prepare and cook. And then you're not going to have time for that. And then you're going to end up throwing your whole plan in the garbage because you got off track by lunchtime. Okay. So really think about your schedule for the next day. And the last question is, what foods have I been loving and craving lately? I talk a lot about consistency on the day by day, right? This is going to help you guys so much if you have, maybe a couple breakfasts that you love and you rotate between. Same thing for a few lunches that you love and you just rotate between. It's going to make it so much easier to plan your food, to prep, to grocery shop, to track your macros, if you don't feel the need to have a ton of variety on the day-to-day basis. Okay. So if you have a breakfast that you love, keep eating it every single day until you're completely sick of it. Okay. It's going to make your life so much easier. Okay. So think about, Is there a breakfast or a lunch or a snack that I just want to have on repeat? Okay, perfect. Plug it in. So those are those 5 questions. Okay. How many times a day do you like to eat? When do you like to eat? What food do I have on hand? What's my schedule tomorrow? And what foods have I been loving or craving lately? That's how you can truly create a quote unquote meal plan for yourself that is something you look forward to and that effortlessly fits into your lifestyle. Okay, you guys, that's it, truly. Okay. You've probably finished pooping by this point, by the time you asked yourself all these questions, or you're ready to get out of the bath, or whatever it is that you're doing, and you finished planning tomorrow's food, right? Now, the harder part is actually sticking to it. Okay, sticking to it the next day. But really, you guys, when you make the decision, when you take out the decision-making process of your day, the decisions are already made the night before, it makes your life so much easier. Kind of like when you're a kid and you decide in advance, what are you going to do if someone offers you drugs? You like run away, right? What are you going to do? You say no and you run away, right? Say no to drugs. So it's that deciding in advance in all aspects of our life that makes things so much easier. Okay. So that's my lesson for you today, you guys, on pre-tracking and on tracking while you poop and on saying no to drugs. Okay. So just do it. Spend 5, 10, 15 minutes even investing in your success, and you will be so much more successful. Okay, you guys, that was quick. That was to the point. I hope it is very actionable for you. I hope you enjoyed it. If so, leave me a 5-star rating and review. That's how we get this podcast out to more people. And I'd love to hear from you on social. Let me know if this resonated with you and it helped you. And if you guys have fitness goals and you want to really dial them in this holiday season, holidays are the best time to work on your goals, you guys. I am not even kidding. People think it's the other way around, but it's really not. I promise you. People who say, I'm going to start, this is a little tangent, okay? People who say, I'm going to start something in January, they're so much more likely to gain more weight through the holidays because they think, oh, I'm going to do something in January. I'll just get after it then. And all of a sudden January comes and you're up 10 or 15 pounds when had you started back in October, you would have seen so much more progress before January 1st even hits. Okay. So if you have those fitness goals, you guys just jump on a free strategy call with my team. You owe it to yourself to see what we can offer you. I'm going to drop that link in the show notes here. Let's do it. Let's hop on the phone call and talk about it. No pressure really. You just owe it to yourself to see what we offer because I don't want you guys waiting until January because I promise you'll regret it. Everybody always does. Okay, that's enough of my rant and my tangent. Hope you guys have a wonderful week and I will talk to you guys next week.